What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Overwrite Podcast, a video game podcast that doesn't give a damn about your saves. I am TV's Gage Edwards, and when I'm not holding the line and stocking up on them GMEs and them AMCs and then sticking it to those hedge funds and other things that I don't understand, I'm here doing this podcast. I'm just totally lost in that world. I tried to read up on it. I couldn't figure it out.
It's confusing as hell.
Across the way from me in the internet land, that one digital wire that goes through the whole world to his computer, that other voice you heard already, he is the best worst gamer in the world of video games. He is 9.
What's up, everybody? How you doing, Gage?
Doing good. Stuck inside, as always. It's just where I want to be.
It's where all my stuff's at.
Huh?
It's where all my stuff's at. So
Yeah,
I don't
what
mind,
the fuck am I going to go
I don't
outside
mind being
for?
home.
You know how much money I spent on inside stuff?
Hey,
Why the fuck would I go
I
out
look
there?
at it this way. I spent all of my childhood outside. I've earned the right to stay inside now.
Oh, I didn't even do that. My vitamin D deficiency is disgusting.
Oh, yeah. You're whiter than that PS5 box in your bathroom.
That's why I got this little vitamin D3, y'all. I got these vitamins ready to go.
He takes his vitamins. I don't.
Two
I'm
a
out
day.
there. I'm out there getting the D. You know what? Never mind.
Well, that's a different conversation for a different podcast, which we can gladly start.
We could start another one. I'm not opposed
Yeah.
to this idea.
Another podcast where people are like, "You don't know what?" Great. Today things are a little different. Things might sound a little different because we are doing this through Discord. Because again, it is snowing outside and it sucks out there, and I don't want to be out there. So I did not drive over to Nine's house tonight, and we're on different cameras, so you can see my beautiful face only. If you shrink the screen, your browser down, you might be able to catch it, so it's not just like making the video player smaller, but you just get me.
Browsers don't work like that. I'm sorry.
You might be able to do that.
Flash player doesn't exist anymore, so you can't do that.
Damn it! Everything they've ruined everything with the future, just like the Terminator. I watched Terminator 3
that was a good joke,
and
though.
Salvation. By the way,
Which one is Salvation? Is Salvation the one where he doesn't know he's a Terminator?
yeah.
Okay, that's the one I've seen. I haven't seen Genesis then.
Genesis, I heard someone else talk about recently where they're like, it's something like John Connor becomes the T-800 that goes back in time to save him. So I was like, what? So that's just what somebody was throwing at me. So I need to go back and actually see. But Wood in the chat says he likes Salvation. Didn't leave an impression on me whatsoever. I was
mean-
like, eh. Same with 3 though. I didn't give a shit about it 3.
Right. 3 was just...
Yeah, it's kind of boring.
It's so...
And Salvation, kind of same way.
I heard the reviews for Salvation were bad, so I just avoided it.
It's not a
Until it
terrible
came
movie,
out.
but it's not like a. I didn't think it was good, but I didn't think it was terrible. Anyway, let me get through the housekeeping stuff that we talk Terminator bullshit. Again, this show is recorded live on Mondays at around 9:30 p.m. on twitch.tv/birdcage_gaming. If you're not into the whole live show thing, that's totally okay. You don't have to chat live with us like Void is right now. You don't have to be in here and comment on the things that we say. You can get this show later on Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music. Sorry, that's the same thing. YouTube Music and Amazon Music.
Just keep plugging that iPhone.
More iPhone stuff. Well, yeah, which would be great because at work I use three Android phones, and I hate each one of them. And then my regular iPhone. Just
I
back and
love
forth
my
between.
Android phone.
They're terrible. They're all sitting right here. I hate it. There's a new video on the YouTube channel, youtube.com, Birdcage Gaming. It's a good video. I put it together. I like it. What else we got going on? That's kind of it, right?
That's pretty much it.
Okay.
That's us. in a
That's the
nutshell.
show, everybody. We're gonna end. just close it.
Peace
down.
out. 5-minute podcast.
Tonight's show, we're going to be talking about a little bit of BlizzCon stuff, a little bit of Stadia stuff, a little bit of God of War stuff. A little news heavy today because there's a lot of news that popped out. So that's just what we're rolling with. We're going to try and turn it into interesting topics that aren't the same bullshit you already read, I'm sure.
Or
But
maybe,
until we get to, what's that?
or maybe we leave it as the same bullshit and just regurgitate everything.
Yeah, we'll even see if we even get that far when we get past this first segment. The first segment, of course, is what it always is. It is the what you been playing situation. And 9, I gotta ask you, what you been playing?
Not as much as I'd like to, actually. I did get to spend some time with the Medium on Friday, which I'm really digging that. That's what we're gonna be playing after we're done with the podcast tonight. So that'll be
Spoilers.
more of the medium on PC. What else did I play? I don't think that's it. I think that's it. Yeah, because Saturday all day I was busy. And and then yesterday I didn't play anything because I was pissed off all day.
Just no games for you.
No, it's really just the medium. That's pretty much it.
Void's asking in chat if 3 is the one he's thinking of, where John Connor's a teenager and meets his future wife.
Yes.
That is 3.
Yes.
That is gross.
It's awful.
So it's so stupid.
It's a bad movie. It's just a bad movie.
It's just dumb. Oh man. Just like, yeah, no matter what, like, we stopped you. Like, no, whatever. No matter what you do, John Connor, Judgment Day happens.
Judgment Day happens. It may not happen in August 2016, like it originally was forecast, or 2010, whatever it was.
2009. I don't know.
I can't remember. Whenever three came out is when Judgment Day was supposed to happen.
So 2003 then.
Something like that. I don't know. Fuck it. It doesn't matter.
Salvation takes place in 2018. So.
What about Dark Fate?
Dark Fate's 2020 or 2019.
So it's current times?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's always like movies do that. We're like, hey, you know what? In an alternate universe, this is what happened this year. Robots came through and killed a boy.
Skynet.
Who liked Guns N' Roses a lot.
Skynet.
Yeah. Even sometimes it's not Skynet, but it always is Skynet.
There's a real life company called Cyberdyne Systems. Did you know that? Of course
there is.
And now they're working on an AI system. And guess what it's called?
Skynet.
Yes.
Yeah, why not capitalize on that? Why not do that?
Why not?
Yeah, Void in chat saying the original actors say the latest one is a true sequel to Judgment. Yeah, James Cameron came back for this one and was like, yeah, we're ignoring everything else that was happening in alternate universes. Dark Fate is a sequel to 2. And
which I'm fine with.
For watching Dark Fate, you can kind of get like, oh yeah, okay, this clearly is the sequel to 2 based on everything that's happening here.
Yeah. Sarah Connor.
Yeah, she's not in the other ones.
No. They talk about her.
I haven't seen Genesis yet. Yeah, obviously they talk about her. But she's dead in 3.
She's dead in 3.
Salvation, you hear her voice, but it's a recording.
Yep.
That John Connor has somehow kept for 20 years in a cassette player.
I mean, why not?
Yeah, why not? They got futuristic robot systems. That's one of the funny things about Terminator to me is like, once Skynet is self-aware, technology skyrockets. But humans are like, yeah, we just forgot how to do everything. We're stupid now. So, but I guess they also can't use technology, so that kind of makes sense why they're using like 1993 Jeeps.
Yeah.
Other bullshit.
Stuff without a bunch of electronics and shit in it.
Yeah. Like we got nothing going on here.
That's true. That's true, Void.
What do you say?
Guardians of the Galaxy, Quill had a cassette player for at least that long, playing the same mixtape over and over again.
True. That is true. I'm looking for a reason to be mad at why he brought this up, but I can't think of one, so good job, Void. Do tapes burn out? Can you play a tape too much?
You can play a tape too much. The magnetic tapes will wear out. They'll get scratchy. They'll get distorted. If Quill was listening to that song over and over again on repeat, like they portray him in the movies doing, for 30 years, absolutely that tape was worn the fuck out.
Do you think his mind blew up when he came to Earth and there was new songs? I guess
Probably.
He never came to Earth, did he? No, he was on Earth. He
was on Earth.
In Endgame. Why? That's funny. The first time he's been back to Earth, he didn't stick around at all. So.
I wouldn't.
Yeah, but then he's got to pick up a new cassette tape or something.
Just get an iPhone or an Android.
Sure,
and just
iPod.
Subscribe to.
That would be funny if he just had an iPod.
Yeah. All right.
Like fuck, that Best Buy blew up near the Avengers facility. Now I have an iPod.
Gage.
Yes.
My turn to ask you. What you been playing?
I forgot we're doing a video game podcast.
Right. We got sidetracked with movies.
I've been playing a few things.
Yeah.
I did start the Medium, which I have subsequently put down.
Not
It's
your
a
cup of
fine
tea.
game so far. It's just not. It wasn't. It's not like what I was looking for at the moment. It's just that at a weird time where I'm like, I don't want to play something that's kind of slow to start with, and like I really have to get into it to be in it, and I don't want to read a bunch of stuff to kind of get like the whole thing about it.
Yeah.
Welcome to the chat, Taylor.
Up,
Also,
Taylor.
Void, good job. NXS, awesome. Thank you. Good job wearing out that tape. Oh, Depeche Mode, yeah. Hell yeah, good taste. So yeah, the medium. I had my reservations when we talked about this already. I don't like tank controls. I barely like to fix camera. So it was really easy for me to put down.
I understand.
February, though, I looked up the upcoming games. February's looking kind of slow for me. Might not play a lot of new things in February. So probably will finish the medium at some point, but not like making it a priority.
Sounds good.
And with that, I moved on to 3 other games.
Hitman 3, one of them?
No.
Are you going to pick up Hitman 3?
Maybe. I've got an extra paycheck coming in from some side work I did, so I might throw that towards Hitman 3 and say fuck it. I beat in one, like, I guess it wasn't a day. It was like a night and then the next morning. God of War 3.
Yeah. God of War 3 is great.
God of War 3 is good.
I love God of War 3.
I like 2 a lot better. God of War 3 is like, and I tweeted this too. I said God of War 3 has like a ton of awesome moments that are really hindered by quick time events and stop and go action. You know what I mean?
That's every God of War game.
Yeah, but this one was like really heavy on it. So like the first scene when you're climbing Mount Olympus with all the Titans and stuff should be just fucking epic, right? It is epic. It should be just fucking balls of the wall awesome, right?
3's the one where you start out and you fight Poseidon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right away.
That's 3. Yep.
And then every like 5 minutes there's some button combination I have to hit or some like cutscene I get dropped into, and I'm like, okay, just let me keep playing the fucking game. I'd like to do these cool things too. I'd like to do something else other than just hit X right now.
Right.
Let me continue to do it. I did like that this one was a little more Metroidvania, where you had to unlock, I guess you eventually unlock different weapons that are used in earlier parts of levels that you travel back to. And then like some decision making, I was like, this is stupid, Kratos. Why would you do this?
Yeah.
Don't jump back into the pit and fly back out again. I hate this. We were just up down here. Now we climbed all the way back up. You just jumped into the pit. Come on, man. But yeah, now seeing that, now I'm curious what this Dark Horse comic is bridging the gap between God of War 3 and God of War 2018.
Yeah, I want to read that. Like,
because
badly.
Spoilers for God of War 3, Kratos kills himself at the end.
Kills himself.
Yeah, quotes. And then
heavy quotes.
And then his like the after credits scene, he was not there where he killed himself. So obviously he got up, and of course we know he's alive. But what the hell happened? You know?
Yeah.
How'd he get from one place to the other? Realm to realm. What happened? Internet, tell me.
A lot of people were theorizing about that when they announced that it was God of War, and then they showed it's Kratos, and then showed him without the blades of chaos or exile or whatever it was on the last one. And so people were saying, all right, maybe it's just alt reality. And then no, it's actually this Kratos from this reality, just in a new world. And I don't think that, my theory is it's the same world. He just left Greece and went over to Norway, like that Finnish area kind of thing. Scandinavia, that's the word I'm looking for.
But how did he get there?
He boated.
He took a boat to a different mythology.
Well, I mean, we have different mythologies all over the planet. Why couldn't he do that?
Do people who believe in Norse mythology also believe in Greek mythology? Like they happened in the same universe, or they're both real?
Well, if based on what we understand, all these things, I mean, if you think about it, coming from like, all right, so come from like an agnostic's point of view. All right? That there is a God, but they don't know who or what. So it could be any of those things, right?
Okay. The non-committals, sure.
Right. So, in theory, they believe that any of these things can and are existing at the same time, right? Christians believe in God, Buddhists believe in Buddha, Norse and Greece and in Greek mythology, all those guys believe in their gods and that kind of stuff. But Schrodinger's God. There you go. There you go. Well done, Void. Well done, Void. Yeah. Basically, that's how it works in this game.
I don't know.
I mean, I don't care. I just want to know how he got there. Did he take a boat? Did he go through I mean, even in God of War 2018, he's got the ability to travel between the different realms. So maybe he has that same. Maybe he happened upon like the Jack Skellington scene in Nightmare Before Christmas. He came
up a tree.
He came across like a portal that took him to a different realm, and he's like, "Yeah, that one looks peaceful and cool, and not like anybody's gonna find me there." So
yeah. So he saw a tree with a Viking helmet on it, and then when he got out, that tree had like an olive on it or something.
Sure.
An Olive Garden. That's Italian, I guess.
Yeah.
Wine.
Definitely didn't go to Italy.
He could though.
He could.
I guess he could, right?
And then kill the Vatican.
And then you have Assassin's Creed.
I'd play that game. I'd play that game.
That's just Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, that's true. But no, something like that. Because even like the characters and the bosses, not the bosses, but the gods in that game are like, we know you don't belong here. Go back to your realm. You're an
outsider.
Yeah, go back to your realm. Where, I mean, you've basically killed all the gods in that realm. So there's still some alive. Not many.
Not many.
At this point.
I can think of Aphrodite is still alive.
Killed Hermes.
Hermes is dead.
Killed Poseidon.
Poseidon's dead. Hephaestus is dead. Zeus is dead. Athena's dead.
Hades.
Ares, of course. Hades, yeah.
Even a lot of the Titans are dead now too.
Yeah, Gaia's dead.
Gaia's dead.
Kronos is dead.
Atlas.
Atlas is alive.
No, Atlas. Yeah, Atlas is alive. Because if you kill Atlas, the whole world collapses basically.
Right, yeah. Who the fuck was that other one? The chariot. The guy in the chariot. What was his name?
Helios.
Helios. He's dead.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was at the beginning of 3. That's early on in 3.
Yeah, it's close after the. Well, it's after the Hades fight.
It's after that. What? No.
Isn't it?
Hades. It's after the Poseidon fight.
Yeah.
It's really early on.
Yeah, they're all really early on, which is nice, just to get them out the way. Yeah, I mean, what do you want to go back to? Greece and hang out with Aphrodite again? There's only one thing you do there.
Yeah. And you did that. And you did that in the second game.
We do that in the third game too.
Is Aphrodite's maze in the third game?
Aphrodite's bed's in the third game.
Then Aphrodite's maze has to be in the third game too. Where you have to do the time thing and show the hidden pillars and stuff.
Yeah, that's Hera.
Hera, that's it.
Yeah. Who is also dead.
Dead. Hercules is also dead.
Hercules is also dead, yeah. Got his big dumb bear fists. It was stupid.
I never used them.
I only used them when you had to. Some enemies we just had to use them against, like that fucking scorpion fight, which is annoying as fuck.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on.
Did love God of War 3. Thought it was good, and I'm glad I played it. But now, like, on the downhill slope of God of War, where
just avoid Ascension.
I have to play Ascension.
Don't play the PSP games.
I'm not playing the PSP games.
They are way better than Ascension. I promise you. I promise you.
I'm just not playing the hell out of it. I'm playing Ascension.
You're gonna regret that real fast.
What I'm afraid of is I have to play it on PS Now again. I have to go back to PS Now to play these games.
You're gonna
where
hate
the PSP games are also. So if I have enough time left for my PS Now subscription, there's a possibility.
PS Now games are short. Or I mean the PSP games are short.
Okay, well, doesn't make me more excited.
But I'm saying if you beat Ascension
If I
and
beat
you still
Ascension,
got time,
if I can get through
play
Ascension,
them. Dude, Ascension's rough.
is it that bad?
I beat it one. It's the only one I don't have a platinum in. I got a platinum in all the other games except for, well, let me rephrase that. I don't have platinum in God of War 2018 just because I haven't gone back and done it. I need to go back and do it so I can re-accurately say that statement.
Which is funny. That's the only one I have a platinum in.
Right?
So
It's good.
just for the sake of conversation, don't get it. You'll have all the other platinums. I'll have this one.
No, I'm gonna.
Maybe
You know
that.
what? I'm gonna get it now.
No, you're not.
Yeah, I will.
You never do that.
I will.
I also played, I guess real quick, I played Patapon Remastered on
Why?
PlayStation 5. I like Patapon.
Really?
Yeah.
You and like two other people did.
Yep. It was on sale, so I was like, fuck it, I'll pick it up.
I don't get that game.
It's just Patapon. Just it's a rhythm game. I like rhythm games.
Sure, you do your thing.
Yeah. And then I played it's an indie game that's been out for a couple years now. It's called Donut County.
Donut County.
Have you played this?
Yeah. Donut County's great.
What a weird game.
It's weird, it's dumb, but it's a hell of a lot of fun.
You know what, I beat it in, I want to say, less than 2 hours.
Oh,
was
yeah, it's
definitely
not a long game.
I did not expect to rush through it like I did. I was like, wow,
Yeah.
it's over. Okay. And if you don't know what Donut County is, basically you're a raccoon who, when people order donuts, you get a hole in the ground and you suck in all of their things and them into hell, the center of the earth, basically.
Yeah.
And you're all stranded down there, and then you have to go fight evil raccoons.
Is that what they are?
Well, they were not nice raccoons, but they were a lab of raccoons who were making these donuts that took people underground.
Yeah.
And you have to fight them,
Yeah.
which the game got weird fast.
Yeah.
Void loves Rock Band. He says in chat. Yeah, rhythm games are great.
I don't have a problem with some rhythm games.
It's just you don't have rhythm.
Well, there's that. I mean,
Yeah, that's your problem with rhythm games. Can't play them.
no.
I'm
I'm good at Rock Band. I'm good at Rock Band.
I'm not good at those games anymore. Definitely not.
No, not anymore. Then again, I haven't played Rock Band in a long ass time, so.
I remember I tried to play like Guitar Hero before Live came out again, and I was like, man, I have just lost it. I don't have this anymore. This skill is gone.
Right.
And then Guitar Hero Live was garbage. I hated that new guitar.
Oh God, so bad.
Yeah, Lab Raccoon Void. The origin for Rocket. Yes. From
Rocket's
Guardians,
not a
absolutely.
raccoon. He's an alien.
It's a raccoon, right?
He's called
he not
Rocket
a-
Raccoon. He's not actually a raccoon, though.
He wasn't abducted and put a Terminator inside of.
Then he'd just be a skin-covered robot.
Isn't that kind of what he is?
He's not a robot.
He's kind of like a robot.
I mean, no.
He's a robot in the sense where he can stand up like normal walking people.
Like normal people. Like people
Yeah.
people.
There's a stiff skeleton of metal in there or something, right?
Maybe. I don't know. It's not my
He's
expertise.
cybernetic, not robot. All right. Whatever, Void.
Semantics.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So that's what I've been playing. I'm working on my backlog now because like I said, February is going to be slow. I was just looking. I was like, is anything coming up in February that I care about?
what do we even have
No.
coming up in February? Anything?
Can we look that up? What's February video game releases?
That's what I'm doing now.
February video juegos.
Little
Where's a
Nightmares
good
2.
list I tried?
Werewolf
Yeah,
Apocalypse.
I downloaded Little Nightmares 1.
Bravely Default 2.
What's that?
Bravely Default 2.
Yeah, not gonna play that either. Because I haven't played any of them. I just hope it does.
Destruction
well
All
for
Stars
fantasy.
comes out tomorrow.
Yeah, that's free. But
That's
again,
free.
not a game that I'm like jazzed about or anything.
Nah.
Yeah, just looking at this list.
That
fucking-
werewolf game looks awful.
The Apocalypse.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about it.
Look up the gameplay trailer of it. It looks So bad, dude.
Are these werewolves from London?
More like werewolves out of Werewolf Soldiers.
Werewolf soldiers.
That's a
Terminators?
good movie. That's a good movie.
Which movie?
Werewolf Soldiers.
Werewolf soldiers is a movie?
Yeah.
Don't bring your dumb B movie horror.
It's one of the
bullshit.
best B movies ever. Yeah, Little Nightmares 2, Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury comes out.
Yeah.
Fallen
I already
Legion
played it.
Revenants, whatever that is. Shattered Tale of the Forgotten King. Don't know what that is. 30XX, the sequel to 29XX.
Mm-hmm.
Alt Deus Beyond Chronos for PC on the Oculus. King of Seas, whatever that is. Persona 5 Strikers. Curse of the Dead Gods. Ghosts and Goblins Resurrection. Bravely Default 2. Destruction All-Stars. Capcom Arcade Stadium, and that's it.
Yeah. Just an uninspiring month. I mean, there's stuff in there for some people. I know people are excited about Persona, but it's just like a Hyrule Warriors type game with Persona characters.
Yeah.
I'm looking at gameplay for Werewolf, and this looks stupid.
It's bad. It's so bad.
Void saying best worst movie. Is it count as a best worst movie?
No, the best worst movie is Rubber.
Rubber?
Rubber. That's
I don't
probably
know,
my
this is-
favorite B movie ever made. It's a movie about
Well,
a tire.
of course, Void knows what it is.
Rubber was great. Rubber.
What is
all right,
Rubber?
So Rubber is a movie about a telepathic tire that goes on a murdering spree across the country.
Okay.
Tire just rolls around, blowing people up. It is hilarious. And the movie takes a left turn real quick, and it's got a bunch of people out in this field in Nevada watching this tire go around killing people. It's so random. And apparently the tire has a name, and I can't remember the name of the tire.
The tire has a name.
The tire?
Goodyear.
No, it's like a human name. I can't remember what it's called. But they try to pan it off as some kind of experiment. And then at the end of the movie, he goes into a building and he comes out with a whole crew of like rubber tires and tricycles and bikes and stuff. It is the best bad movie you will ever watch. It's so good. Dude, it's
I don't know
so
that I'll watch
good.
it. Is the problem.
And I watched it because it was on Netflix, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?" And I watched it, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is the best thing ever."
When did this come out?
2012 or something.
That's way too recent for this kind of movie.
2010.
I don't know.
2010.
2010.
Hold on. Does it give me the plot here?
The plot. What's the synopsis? Go ahead. What's the tagline for the movie?
Hold on. Why did it take me to France? I wanted to read.
Yeah, Friends is good. Rubber's a must-see, says Void in chat.
A car tire comes to life with the power to make people explode and goes on a murderous rampage through the California desert. It was a French language film originally.
Oh, a foreign film. Perfect. The Emmys will love it.
I'm trying to get the tire's name. I want to say it was like Robert. Let's see. Robert.
Robert?
I was right. It's Robert.
The tire?
The tire's name is Robert. Yep.
Lost all respect for
man.
you and Void in the chat.
Whatever, dude. This movie is great. I love this movie.
I've never been one to get into those like good it's so good it's bad kind of things, you know?
Yeah. It's got a few like named actors in it too.
Who?
Wings Hauser.
I don't know who. Wings?
You would
Hauser?
know him if you saw him. Jack Plotnick. Steven Spinella.
Sure.
Who else was in that?
I don't know who any of these people are. Wings.
This guy named Charlie Kuntz who looks like a fat Ian.
Oh.
Like
okay.
literally, and his name's spelt the same way too.
Let me see. Maybe he's related.
Look up Charlie Kuntz. He looks like a fat Ian.
Oh. Okay.
Haley Holmes is in it. James Parks. And then Robert the Tire.
Robert the Tire, of course. Can't forget him. Oh, I know who this guy is. This guy's been on Community.
Charlie Coons?
Yeah, I know Charlie Coons. Big name actor Charlie Coons coming through. I think in Community his character was Fat Neil. So.
Oh, man.
There you go. Yeah, Neil. All
right, let's get back on topic here.
I think we're on topic, if I'm being honest. Actually,
this is a gaming podcast, though.
In a moment, for a second. Give me a second here.
What are you doing now?
I sent Ian and my friend Kyle at Charlie Coons.
Right. Like, are you related to this guy?
Like, you know this man?
Is this your doppelganger? Your fat doppelganger?
I guess we can just jump into it. We can talk some BlizzCon stuff.
Let's talk BlizzCon. I still got it pulled up. Here, let me get it open.
Again, like I said, everybody, a little news heavy today. Didn't have like a full on topic that we'll get to, but we're gonna try some stuff. BlizzCon, they announced the schedule. It's happening February 19th to February 20th. The big show being on that 19th, and then they're gonna have their separate streams throughout the 19th, and then again on the 20th. Now, a question for you, Nine. Not getting too much into like, it's an event, whatever, blah blah blah. You know, we don't need, there's not too much going on. What do we expect from BlizzCon?
You know, I don't really know. I assume we'll get another WoW expansion. Because WoW's like their ongoing bread and butter.
We just got a WoW expansion, though.
It just came out. I'm saying they'll announce the new one.
Really?
I wouldn't be shocked. It's an annual thing at this point.
It's not like a yearly thing, though.
It's not? I thought they have one come out every year. I thought that was
it's like every 2 to 3.
Oh, all right. We might get a new trailer for Diablo 4. Might. But I don't get too heavy on the Diablo 4 train. I think Diablo 4 is still a ways out there.
I think it's further out there than what people had thought of once we heard the Vicarious Visions news.
Well, I mean, think about Diablo 3. How long that one took.
Yeah, I mean...
That took forever.
That doesn't necessarily set a precedence on, like, development cycles, you know?
No, but it just, I mean, they take their time with their stuff. They don't just rush it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they announce a game and you won't see it again for a year and a half, and then you'll get another trailer, maybe a gameplay tease, and then you go a year and a half, you don't see anything on it, and then they do the full, like, this game's coming out, and say it was announced in 2019. We'll see a gameplay trailer next year, be out in 2023. That's kind of what that, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying it's coming out in 2023, but I won't be shocked if that's what happens.
Say it.
I won't be shocked. I would not. That would not bother me. I would not be at all the least bit surprised if that game doesn't come out until 2023.
We're talking Diablo 4 still.
Yeah, Diablo 4.
2023 for Diablo 4. What year is it now? 2021?
It's 2020.
Yeah, 2023 sounds about right, but even then, why? I mean, who cares if it's? I mean, not say who cares, but like a little further past that wouldn't be surprising either. Especially now, considering that like it's public information that Vicarious Visions is working solely on Blizzard projects, right?
Yeah,
and they're working on the Diablo 2 remake.
Yep, which we might see some of that.
I think that's the Diablo thing we see. I think we finally see what this Diablo 2 thing is, and Diablo 4 is a distant conversation.
Because if Vicarious Visions can do for Diablo 2 what they did for Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2, that game will fly off the shelves.
Right. I guess what we don't know is they've been working with this Diablo 2 remake for a little while now, a few months, but I don't know like what they've taken over from the Team 1 that was working on it, or if they restarted the project, which would suck because that means probably not getting Diablo games for a while.
No,
because the team that's also working on Diablo 4 is overseeing the Diablo 2 remake, so they're kind of managing that one and working on their own team. So they're kind of like stretched a little thinner than it would be. So it's, I guess the Diablo news is going to be interesting. And hopefully you don't have jackasses at BlizzCon this year being jackasses.
Right.
Ian doesn't think he looks like Charlie Coons, by the way.
Yeah. Put on about 200 pounds.
That's you said that.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So that's I mean, past that we might get whatever's coming after Overwatch, because aren't they working on a sequel to Overwatch?
Overwatch 2.
Yeah, we might see something about that. I wouldn't, again, get too heavy on that train.
I'm trying to think of like what are the
StarCraft, Overwatch, Diablo, WoW.
Yeah, but what is the thing that's like, because they had WoW was their big push last year.
Was it?
What is because the expansion launched last year.
Okay.
What is Blizzard's like, headliner? What is the thing that they've got cooking up in their gigantic development studio?
We're making StarCraft Ghost.
Yeah.
And it's actually
this old cartridge.
It's actually gonna come out this time, except it's not, because Ghost was a joke.
But like what? Like, because I don't think Diablo 2 remake's not coming out this year. Diablo 4 is not coming out this year.
No.
Overwatch 2, I think has a chance. I wouldn't count on it.
Out of all those,
I think that has the best chance.
Overwatch 2 has the best chance of launching this year.
I forgot what else they were working on. StarCraft, I don't think is coming anytime soon with any kind of new StarCraft.
I don't think StarCraft 2 is still like leading the freaking RTS competition circuit. So
I want a StarCraft 2 T-shirt right now. Actually,
is that the first year? Is that the first year or the second year?
Second year for this Red
So
Bull.
that's not the stupid soft
esports
one.
thing. This is stupid soft.
Mine's not.
Oh,
Not as soft as the red one.
mine's really soft.
Yeah.
But like the team that was working on StarCraft projects was dismantled.
Yeah.
So
It's hard to say. They might have new IP.
a new IP.
Their last new IP was Overwatch, just to be clear.
Right, and Titans
And that
turned
was
into Overwatch.
How many years ago now? 2017, 2015.
Uh-huh.
So that's where we're at on that.
Played a lot of Overwatch when it came out, though.
I did too.
Played a shit ton of that game.
Yeah. It's fun.
I actually own, I want to say 4 jackets dedicated to Overwatch.
I'm sorry.
2.
I know you have your Widowmaker jacket.
I have a Widowmaker jacket. I have a like Leatherman jacket, and I have a black and a white hoodie that are Overwatch branded.
Okay.
I love Overwatch. I have a Widowmaker statue around here somewhere.
Do you have the Savannah
Widowmaker
statue
t-shirt.
too?
Yeah, it's set up right here behind my computer. Love it. Love. I like Blizzard stuff.
Blizzard makes
Blizzard stuff.
Blizzard. So Blizzard for me is like Blizzard. Sorry, let me rephrase that. Blizzard to me is like the D&D crowd type characters, because the D&D crowd get like really into the Dungeons and Dragons characters that are part of the story and whatnot. Blizzard has done that for the gaming community, like Sylvanas and all those guys out of WoW and the Diablo guys. Like all their characters just come to life and people get obsessed with them.
Yeah,
and they're all fantasy based, save for Overwatch. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess they're not. Overwatch's not as high fantasy, more sci-fi.
Sci-fi.
Yeah, StarCraft's sci-fi, like Boyd's saying. Yeah. And StarCraft's got great characters too, though.
But StarCraft also has some fantasy elements to its main characters.
What do you think? With Blizzard, what's the appeal? Are the games good or are the characters good?
Both.
I think it's a little bit of both, but I think the characters are kind of a stronger pull because right now
I agree
I'm
with
not
that.
playing them. Yeah, I'm not playing them because of the quality of the game. Why am I getting back into WoW? Because I want to go see what those characters are up to that I like.
Right, the story. You want the story. You want
Yeah,
you want to know why the Horde is suddenly working with the Alliance.
Why is Sylvanas going fucking crazy again? Why is she burning down trees? Why is she ripping the Lich King's helmet in half? What's the fuck's going on with the Lich King? What's going on over here with the Overwatch characters? Are they sometimes good, sometimes bad? Of course. What the fuck? Depends on who story we're telling. StarCraft, I put down forever. I'm not picking that game back up. So
I don't know how anybody plays StarCraft. That's just me.
I just want to play
can't
through
do
the story.
RTSs. I can't do RTSs.
Oh, I like RTS. It's just fine. I just want to play the story.
I hate
got
RTSs.
bored.
That's fair. Anyway,
Yeah, I got no idea.
I got no idea what they're gonna pull out of this one. Maybe a
I
Diablo
think
3 expansion.
A Diablo 3 expansion?
It's been a while.
Would they work on a Diablo 3 expansion alongside Diablo 2 remake, alongside Diablo 4? You know what I mean?
Nah.
I know they got a lot of developers over there, but that doesn't seem like the right move. But I'm ready to be wrong on that. Like, I'm ready for them to be like, yeah, we put out this expansion to hold you over.
Because what was the last Reaper of Souls? Was that the last one?
I
Where they
think
introduced
so.
the Necromancer?
Maybe.
Because I don't think they've had a single one since then. Because that came out when the PS4 and the Xbox One versions came out. Because if you bought the PS4 and Xbox One versions, that's the only way you could get it, was buying it with the expansion pack.
Something like that. And that was a few years ago.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Then on the phones, they put out Diablo Immortals, which people are loving.
Hated originally.
Yeah, because people are stupid. Because people... Oh, boo-hoo. They didn't give you the thing that you wanted, that they didn't even fucking hint at. They just told you Diablo...
And now you're playing it and you
happening.
love it.
And now you love their thing. Because no one gives a shit. No one cares. It doesn't matter how mad you are in the moment. Later on, when you get the thing and you like it...
Just play it and enjoy it.
Yeah.
Like, why do you have
to
be such a dick about everything?
Fuck you,
People?
Diablo people. You stupid idiots.
Diablo fans, not Diablo people. Diablo people, I would say Blizzard. But
fuck you.
Fuck them sometimes too.
That was stupid. But people are liking Diablo Immortals a lot, and I'm glad they are. And I wish you could see everyone would be like a fucking
eat your words, asshole.
Say sorry. Apologize to this billion-dollar company.
Do it.
Yeah, boy, people are fickle.
People are very fickle.
So what? So does, in your opinion, does Overwatch 2 release this year?
No. Has the highest chance to, but I don't think it does. I think that's their title next year. I think that's their push for next year.
So what do we get from Blizzard this year?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Diablo Immortals 2?
Diablo Immortal 2 already.
I mean, depending on what happens with the Vicarious Visions working on Diablo 2 remake, if they're just going to pick up what the original team was working on and just fine-tune it and polish it, you might see Diablo 2 remake this year, but I wouldn't count on it. Which, if we do, I'm picking the shit up out of that. I will buy that game in a heartbeat.
And I will too.
That game, I love the original Diablo 2.
I haven't played it.
Oh, God, you wouldn't, because it looks like a turd rolled over in dirt.
Well, I wouldn't play it now. Wouldn't play that original one now. I'll play whatever this remake is, especially if it comes to console.
I guess I'll play it on PC
now because I got a PC.
I was going to say, I'll play it on PC. Yeah, Necromancer Diablo 2, just bringing up dead bodies and letting them kill everything for you. Fantastic.
I had a lot of friends that played Diablo 2, and every time I saw them playing it, they were just repeating the same bullshit over and over again. I'm like, what are you fucking
That's
doing?
all Diablo is.
Do something different. But then there's me who's just grinding away in WoW and just doing the same fucking
mission over and over again.
So, yeah.
So, you know.
I don't know. I hope Overwatch 2 comes out this year. I'm going to say that it won't.
I will agree with that statement.
But I would love to see it this year.
I don't know. I'm on the fence about that one. It could and it couldn't. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, that goes for anything, though.
It's true.
Anything could come out this year, and anything could not.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
Sure. Oh, I thought of something I want to ask you about.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, we can do it after we're done all our regular stuff.
Can I continue then?
Yeah, go.
Kotaku reports that Google Stadia is shutting down Eternal Studios and changing its business focus.
Yeah.
This was quick. Let's scoot through some of this. Google Stadia, in the late 2019 streaming platform that promised to revolutionize gaming by letting users stream games without needing to own their own powerful PC or console, is altering course, getting out of the game making business, and will now offer its platform directly to game publishers alongside offering Stadia Pro to the public. Basically, what this means is those 2 studios that they opened up out in California to make video games are shutting down a little less than a year after opening them.
Yeah.
And they're not making exclusive content for Google Stadia anymore.
Nope.
They're still opening the door for third parties to be on their platform, but they're also lending out the Google Stadia platform to publishers to use for whatever they want to use it for. Sorry, they had a studio in Montreal and Los Angeles, but they're closing both of those, neither of which produced a game because Google found out that it is hard to make games.
Yeah. It is.
Is this surprising?
No, because when I heard that they did this in the first place, I was like, that's never going to last. Google's going to drop out of that game real fast because Google does not like to lose money. And that's all those IPs are going to do is lose money. Because nobody's buying a Google Stadia for the exclusive content. Nobody.
They're buying it for the ease of playing video games.
They're buying it for the ease of access to playing a video game. And it's significantly cheaper startup than a $500 console or a $1,500 plus gaming PC. Right? It's what, $100 now or something?
For what?
The Stadia.
It's $10 a month.
That's it? You don't have to buy the hardware or anything?
Nope.
They just give you everything for there you go. There you go. It's $10 to start gaming. At, is it the best gaming experience? No. Is it an okay gaming experience? Depends on the game.
I will tell you, I play Stadia once a week for work.
Yeah.
Specifically to test how good it is. And it's fine. I wouldn't use it as like a full-time gaming platform.
Let me ask you this.
Go ahead.
If you had to choose between Google Stadia every day or PlayStation Now every day, which would you go with? And not and throw out the account that PlayStation Now is strictly only PlayStation games. Think of both platforms as being the definitive experience for streaming games.
So basically, I have to stream a game.
Yeah.
Where am I going? PlayStation Now or Google Stadia?
Yeah.
Probably going Stadia, honestly.
Just because it's a little more stable.
Latency is so bad. So bad.
And the sad thing is they bought a company that was strictly dedicated for that purpose.
So bad.
And they can't figure it out. I think part of it, what's going on, Jeff?
First-time viewer, Stadia founder. I play Stadia every day. I have also streamed games. Jeff, you want to chime in about your experience, about how much you like Stadia? Let us know. And I will say, I will stand by this. Stadia is a good platform. I think people are misunderstood, and people have been misunderstood about what Stadia is, because anytime I talk to anybody who's not like in the gaming space that we are,
right,
and just don't get it right away, they're like, what the hell does cloud streaming mean? What does streaming mean? Does that mean like when you're on a camera playing games? Like, no, it's not.
No.
What is Stadia?
And I think that's where the shortcomings for most of the people that got on board with Stadia were founded, right?
Right.
Because they were making a lot of bold claims when they first they were claiming 4K 60 FPS streaming a brand new game.
Oh, Jeff owns Google Glass. I don't know if we can trust him.
He says right there he's a Google fanboy.
I don't know. Seems like his opinion might be a little swayed by this Google
well,
thing.
Gage is an Apple fanboy, so just,
hey, I like.
just
Well,
let him in.
I'm running off a PC right now. I'm surrounded by this PC, my Apple phone, and here I'll show you. All three of
Google
my Samsung devices. These are all fucking Android phones.
He did not pay for those. Those were provided by his job. So
my
just to be clear.
And I hate all of them. I got this new one today. I'm rocking. What is this now? A Galaxy S9, an S10, and an A20 for work.
Oh God, an A20. I'm sorry.
It's specifically an A20 for.
Yeah, I know.
Research.
It's the economy line.
Jeff's house is run on Google. No iToys in the house. Okay.
Hey, I mean that's entirely up to you. I'm interested in Stadia. I'm not interested in spending $10 a month. You know what I mean? Like if I had liquid income right now, I'd probably do it for a few months just to see what it is.
If I had money to throw away, sure, I'd get a Stadia.
Yeah. No, I'm saying I would do it for a few months just to see how well it works. But
Right.
don't you have to like buy the games on the platform too?
No, you can. I think you can.
Or is it kind of like
I don't know. Stadia Pro allows you free games each month, and then actually you might have to buy them.
I think you have to buy them, or you have to at least buy access to them.
I think that might be it, because the games I use on there are part of the Stadia Pro program that are included.
Right.
Yeah, many are free.
Yeah,
Jeff
there are free games on there, but I think
thank God Jeff's here.
like top tier games, I think you got to buy.
Yeah, like Hitman 3, I think you have to buy.
Yeah. But like Destiny 2, because it's free to play, you can play it for free on the Google Stadia with your $10 a month subscription.
Yeah, I think that was part of their pro plan.
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah.
I'll say this. I saw a tweet earlier that said Google right now has 120,000 employees, right? Ubisoft, game maker, has anywhere between 12,000 and 1,600 employees,
Yeah.
right? Would Google be willing to up their total employee count 5 to 10% to make AAA video games that would have some kind of return?
No.
And the answer is no.
No, because Google's more R&D.
Right.
Google would
Google's out
rather
there making
expand
fucking glasses that make me look like Terminator Vision.
Google would rather expand marketability to a different area that they haven't gotten to yet, right? Mm-hmm. Like, for instance, Google Glass. They got Google Fi. They're providing wireless cell phone service now, which Google Fi everybody loves that I've talked to. Google likes to dip their toes in a lot of different places, and if it doesn't make money within a certain like X amount of time, they pull back.
Yeah.
And it's smart because they lose money to begin with, but they don't really go completely belly up because they have so much more invested in everything else that they do, right?
Right, yeah. Jeff is reiterating that the only closed studio is still committed to the platform.
Yeah,
which is true.
no, Google Stadia is not going anywhere. Just the exclusive content that they had opened studios for is going away.
Yeah, and so they poached a whole bunch of what's up, Crizzle? They belly. They poached a bunch of really high-end developers within the industry to come over and make Google games, but that only kind of came through to like 150 developers that are at least are impacted by this news.
Right.
I don't know how many studios you can think of that are making AAA games with 150 developers.
Not too many.
Right. I think CD Projekt Red's got 500 developers for Cyberpunk.
Yeah, and it still isn't running.
Yeah, and Rockstar has anywhere between like 1,000 and 2,000 developers working on.
They only make
their
a game
games.
every 8 years.
Right, but those games work.
If you're lucky.
Those games work.
Well, debatable. If it's a PC version, it doesn't work.
Not always true. Yeah, I think Google went into this being really ambitious, and it came out of it with like the scrapes on their knees and their elbows, and like, wow, yeah, there's a lot that goes into video games that we didn't even put in like a full 2 years of this thing.
Yeah.
And Amazon's having the same problem. Amazon can make everything, but they can't make video games.
No.
They've canceled more video games than they've announced. They've got one video game that's like looking like it's gonna come out to an okay reception, but people
Probably
aren't excited for it. Yeah. It's tough out there to make video games, and that's why.
Well, and
I
it's
think
expensive. It's expensive now. It's so expensive to make a video game now.
AAA games, what you're talking anywhere between like a minimum $60 million or something,
and most of that is spent on marketing.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's too much.
It's stupid. Makes more money.
Makes more money
than the movie industry.
Yeah, well, it's ridiculous. It's too much. But I'm upset that all those developers have to find new jobs. Hopefully, they don't have to go far. Sucks that they had to move all the way out to wherever these Google
A lot of them probably didn't move that far, to be honest with you.
Fair, and they probably weren't at the office right now anyway, so they probably got away with that. But I don't know. It's tough. Step out there and make games.
Yeah.
What else? Did we miss anything here? Void
No,
says
that's pretty much
Destiny
it.
2. There's literally nothing to do unless you get expansions. True. Although the base game I thought was a lot of fun.
Unless if you have Game Pass, you get the Beyond Light, which has all the expansions with it.
I'm not getting back into Destiny 2. I can't do it.
I can't do it either. I tried.
Jeff said I paid for Cyberpunk, but got a free controller and CCU. Hell yeah.
What's the CCU? That's the only thing I don't know what that is.
I don't know. I was excited about the controller.
Credit card
type
update?
CCU into Google.
Credit card update?
Maybe. A credit card update?
I'm just thinking.
What does that mean?
I'm just thinking what CCU could stand for.
What is a credit card? Yeah, here's a credit card number. Base game was fun, but they removed a bunch of that for Destiny 2. That's too bad.
Chromecast Ultra. Okay.
Oh, okay, perfect.
So you can connect the device to the TV, basically.
Something I've even thought of buying without that, but
yeah,
because it'd be fun to use. Let's move on.
Go for
If you
it.
have other Stadia stuff, please throw it in the chat. We'll come back to it. But it's, again, someone who uses Stadia to regularly test the latency on cloud gaming services. I think Stadia is great. I think it gets a lot of flack because people don't know what it is, and people are like, why wouldn't I just go to like Microsoft?
Right.
Which is fair. Microsoft at this point looking at Amazon and Google and be like, we got no competition. I ain't worried about this.
That's true.
Last thing on our topics list is Sony Santa Monica said this today. God of War 2018 Enhanced Performance Experience for the PS5 is coming tomorrow, which for podcast listeners later in the week, that will be 2 days in the past for you. So it's available now. This includes 60 frames per second, 4K checkerboard resolution, 2060p, and
2160p.
Say
it right.
2160p.
Dick.
I was just thinking about graphics cards. And a free update for PlayStation 5 users. So hell yeah.
So there's only one thing people are flipping out about.
Go ahead.
4K checkerboard.
Is that big of a deal?
What they're upset about is that the game is 4 years old or 3 years old, and the PS5 can't run it at full 4K. Right? Who cares?
Who cares? They're working on God of War.
It's gonna be
at this point.
It's gonna be 60 frames per second, 4K.
Which is all I care about.
And it's free for PS5 users.
I'd rather run things in 60 frames, locked 1080p if I can. Like if it's 60 frames 4K resolution or scaled up 4K, that's fine. As long as it's 60 frames, I'm cool.
Exactly.
Once you play something in 60 frames, you can't go back.
No, you really can't.
Man,
once you see that butter smooth,
once
you see that butter smooth, it's so good.
God of War, us rock band with adventure. Chris, I don't know what the hell.
I think he's having a stroke.
I don't know.
Somebody call 911. Crystal's having a stroke.
How many cocktails do you have tonight, Crystal?
Right.
So I'm excited for this. Let me ask you this: you don't have the platinum in this game. Will this get you to go back for it?
I've considered it. It's installed on my PS5.
It's installed on my PS5 also, just for this.
Just for this, exactly.
Yeah. But it was installed when I... Go ahead.
I've been waiting for this update to come out to take full advantage of the PS5 version of the game to finish up all that stuff.
I understand Crystal's comment now. God of War is Rock Band with adventure.
I get it.
I get it.
I get it.
Spamming the X button, spamming the triangle button,
spamming that
rhythm,
button.
Whatever.
Get a rhythm and go.
Patapon is Rock Band with adventure.
God damn it, you brought him back.
Pick up Patapon.
Full
right now,
circle, people.
off.
I'm not buying Patapon.
So I have God of War downloaded because I was preemptively thinking this would happen. I downloaded it when I first got my PlayStation 5. Now that I have it downloaded, and this update is free tomorrow, which I'll download, I was thinking, will I go back and play it? I have the platinum in this game. There's no new content. I don't have a reason to go back and play it.
The only reason you would go back and play this game is so you can refresh yourself before God of War 2 comes out. Ragnarok.
Sure, but at the same time,
then, you're just going to put it on dumb easy mode and play it that way.
I sunk so much time in this game that I'm like, I feel like I have a good understanding of what the fuck's going on, but I don't really need a refresher.
Right.
And now I've been wrapped up in all the other God of War bullshit on the fucking PlayStation 2 and 3 that I'm just fucking consuming all this God of War nonsense. I don't think I need to play it again.
I'm just going to use it to finish up my stuff. So I don't have a lot. I don't have a lot to do. I have one I have one Valkyrie to fight, the Queen Valkyrie.
You'll die 20 times.
I'll die 100 times.
Okay.
I have to finish the last challenge at Muspelheim or whatever the fiery lava place. I have to do I have to do the last challenge there, and then I have to go around and do the treasures, all the collectible stuff. That's the only 4 things I got to do to get the platinum.
So you have a Valkyrie left in the main game.
The main game, yep.
Muspelheim's the place with all the trials, right?
Yeah, I have to do the last trial to complete the 6 trials that you have to do there.
Yeah. 9. I'll go ahead and tell you. The last trial there is a Valkyrie fight.
Oh, then I've already done it.
Okay.
Then something's wrong with my file because the trophy didn't pop for it.
Oh shit. Oh well, you have to do all of the I think you have to do the optional stuff.
Maybe that's what I have to do then. Clean up the optional stuff. Anyway,
maybe I don't remember.
I don't have the trophy for the Muspelheim challenges or trials or whatever. Mm-hmm. I have to do that. I have to get all the treasures, kill Odin's birds, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
I think you should do it. I think you should go back and platinum it. Or
at most, it might take me a few hours. Like, it's not going to take me a ton of time, except maybe that Valkyrie fight. That's going to be a bitch.
Yeah. Then the last thing I had to do was the Odin's Ravens, and I thought it was going to take a long time because there's not like a check mark of like what you have.
Right.
But it didn't take me that long at all. I just used the guide, and I was like, oh, okay, this was done in like an hour and a half.
50 of them total? I think there's 50 total in the game, I think. They're bright and green. You can't miss them.
Oh, I mean, they're kind of translucent.
Yeah. I remember there was one. I was out on my boat, and there was one just kind of floating around, like flying this figure 8 around the edge of one of the little stops you could stop at.
Yep.
I tried everything I could. I could not get that motherfucker.
That one is the hardest one to hit.
I must have sat there for 10 minutes trying to hit this bitch, and I couldn't.
Yeah. I found that Raven early on in the game because it's like when you first get to the bridge, you can see it to your left. Mm-hmm. And I was like, fuck, hell yeah, I'll get this one now. Impossible. Just impossible. You have to time. You have to be excruciatingly
perfect on your timing.
With your timing, yeah. It was tough. That was the hardest one to get.
Yeah. But I'm excited for this because I want to see what it looks like in 4K on my TV too. Like, are
you expecting more PS4 exclusives to get PS5 enhancements?
Maybe.
One game in particular, I am saying, Bloodborne.
No, they've already. No, it's part of the PS Plus collection. It's not going to get.
That's the one everyone wants.
It's the one everyone wants. It runs great on the PS5. It loads fast as shit.
But it's not 60 frames per second.
I don't need it to be 60 frames per second.
But I do.
Void says, I know you're RE fans. You see they announced the height of the lady. No, I did not see they announced the official height.
She is 9 feet tall.
I called it.
9 feet.
9.5 foot tall. I said she's over 8 and nobody believed me.
I still don't believe you.
I mean, when she comes through that doorway the first time and she's like 2 foot above the doorway, I'm 6'3" and a doorway is a foot above my head.
Here's the thing. She's 9'6" with heels and hat.
So?
Not really 9'6".
All right, so call it 9'9" or 9'3".
That hat, huge. Heels, huge. Also, we don't know how tall the heels are under the dress. She could be 4 feet tall.
So she's walking around on stilts?
Hell yeah. I don't know what kind of shit she yeah, I got fucking stilts on, dog. Whatever. I've been to carnivals where the clowns walk around on stilts.
So have I.
Put a dress on. It's the same thing.
I don't want to wear a dress.
I'm not telling you to. I mean, that's up to you. You do what you want.
Yeah, whatever.
Don't let me discourage you.
Wouldn't be the first time.
I guess the discussion point here is people are going to go back and play God of War. Whatever.
Right.
Are there games that you keep going back to? And I'm talking single player specifically, not multiplayer games that you're like, yeah, I play Fortnite casually, I play Call of Duty casually, whatever. Is there like single players that just keep drawing you back in?
Yeah.
For whatever reason?
Yeah. We were just talking about it. I play Bloodborne like in my spare time, like over and over and over.
You say Bloodborne, but I just asked you if you would do a PS5 or if you want a PS5 enhancement.
I don't need a PS5 enhancement for it. It's perfect the way it is.
What if we take features away from it? What if we make it a PS2 port?
Actually, funny you say that.
I know the PS1 port's being worked on.
And if it comes out, I'm totally downloading it and playing it. Front to back.
Done. People will do better things with your time. Go get a job at Stadia.
That's not a better thing. They're closing things down.
At least it pays.
For a bit.
A little bit.
No, I don't need, like, so, yeah, I play Bloodborne a lot. I've got, like, 8-9 characters rolling right now in Bloodborne. I got a lot of characters.
I guess that is something with Bloodborne you can do. You can play different builds.
Yeah. So, and the only reason I'm playing through it so many times right now, or have been, I haven't played it in a while now, is I'll beat the game with only using a specific weapon.
Okay.
So I'll go as far as I can until I can pick my weapons up, and then I'll beat the game normally, and then I'll play New Game Plus after I've collected all the weapons and play it strictly with a specific weapon. And I've got like 4 or 5 weapons left to do that with.
So is that like a challenge to you? That's not a trophy in the game.
It's not a trophy. It's just a challenge. There's trophies for getting all the weapons, but I've already got the platinum in this game, so I don't need it. And I got all the DLC trophies as well. It's just a challenge for me to do. That's all.
Sure.
To see how the game plays different based on different weapons. That's all.
Void in chat is saying Civilization 6 and Rock Band, which you play solo. Great choices.
Rock Band's great. OG Rock Band.
I would do that with Guitar Hero all the time. I'm just like, I just pop on and just play some expert. Blah, blah, blah,
oh, man, we used to come home when my son was really little. We used to just come home. He'd be asleep in the car seat. We'd put the car seat on the floor in the living room, just turn on Rock Band and play. Like, that's what we did with our every night. We just played Rock Band. It was great.
I liked it a lot when Rock Band was popular. Like Rock Band 2, Rock Band 3.
Oh, yeah.
It was great. What a great time.
Man, Rock Band times were freaking awesome.
Anyone else in chat, if you've got games that you keep playing constantly that are more single-player focused, let us know. For me, it's, of course, favorite game of all time, Bioshock Infinite.
Yep.
The thing that I do is that I guess makes it a little different, but not really, is I just play it on different platforms.
Yeah.
So I'll go in there and I'll unlock the hardest difficulty right away and just go play it on my Xbox. I play it on PC. I don't own it on Switch yet, which I should probably just buy it, just complete the collection. Yeah. PlayStation, just throw it on, Bioshock Infinite, all the time. It's just like a comfort food game for me.
That's how Bloodborne is for me. I'm just at ease. Like I could play it, not feel bad about anything. I know what's going to happen. I know how to do everything in the game. I just want to play and just kill an hour of my time.
Yeah. And for me, it's just like I just want to be back in this world. I just want to be surrounded by these characters that I like, and I just want to. I know the ins and outs of the game. I don't have to like sit there and think about it for a long time. It's just it's muscle memory for me now. I'm just running the street. I know where these guys are gonna be. Blah blah. Got it. I just want to hit the story beats. Cool. It's like a movie. It's just like I like this movie a lot. Let's put it on. Yeah. I like Bioshock a lot. Let's throw it on.
Original Resident Evil 2 used to be my go-to game when I was a kid. I must have played through that game 200 times.
Resident Evil 2?
Yeah, through the course of the PlayStation 1 life. I played that game a lot. Like, a lot. Particularly Claire's side of stuff.
I did that a lot with Soul Edge.
Oh, there's a game I haven't heard in a long-ass time.
It was like one of my first PlayStation 1 games, and I was like, being poor growing up, it's the only thing I had, so I was like, I'm going to play a lot of this. So playing a lot of the... They had like a story mode that was weird.
Yeah, Soul Edge.
I would always try to be... What's that?
Soul Edge had a lot of weird stuff going for it.
Yes, and I would always try to like catch Sophatia being naked at the beginning of the game during that dope-ass intro.
Yeah.
Which was the hypest intro that's ever existed.
Which, for those of you that don't know, Soul Edge is what became Soul Calibur.
Right. Was it called Soul Edge or Soul Blade? Am I getting that fucked up?
I think Soul Edge is right.
Hold
on.
Anyway, but yeah, it was...
You do your thing, I'll find out.
It was the first one in that franchise, I guess. Awesome game.
Soul Edge.
I used to play the fuck out of it. And it scared the hell out of me at times. Volvo in there, whew.
Voldo still scares me. Voldo still scares me.
Who is this BDSM-looking motherfucker? Like, get away from me.
Soul Edge is what the Soul Blade is what is in the game.
Is the weapon, yeah.
Yeah, it's the weapon.
That's how I would play as Cervantes. He was awesome. Pirate Man, 2 swords.
I hate Cervantes. Clique, man. It's all about that bow staff. Just poke and run, poke and run.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
I like
didn't
Clique.
like that. What else did I play? I don't remember.
Max age was 99 for other reasons.
Soul Calibur and one you could say your age. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what when they started introducing. What's that one girl's name? Ivy.
Ivy.
Is that
Yeah.
it?
Yeah. Ivy.
The blessed character.
Reverse
Ivy.
Valdo is what I call
Sure.
it. Reverse Valdo.
I just feel like a developer meeting room is like, how can we get her in less clothes? Any other games that you keep coming back to all the time?
Not so much anymore. Bloodborne's the only one I really go back to all the time now. When PlayStation 4 first came out, I went back to Killzone a lot. Shadowfall. I played that game religiously, and that was my go-to game. I'm looking up there to see what else I got. If there's anything up there.
I think that's what the problem. To answer the question.
Borderlands 2. I played a lot of Borderlands 2. I go back to that.
There you go. I play a lot of the Halo campaigns over and over again, just because. Fuck it. But I think the problem is we have too much access to too many games at any given moment.
Oh yeah.
So I never need to go like, when we were younger, like, oh, I own 6 games. That's what I got, and one of them's multiplayer, and I play that one just to play with friends.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Now it's like I have access at any given moment to
hundreds.
Yeah, 600 games. So it is ridiculous. And so that's why I got the chance to play Donut County over the weekend, because I was like, oh, it's new to Game Pass.
Yep.
Let me just throw. I wanted to play this a while ago. I wasn't going to pay for it because I didn't know what the fuck it was.
That's how I'm going to play Code Vein, since I never bought it, because it's on Xbox. It's on Xbox Game Pass right now.
Played it once at a press event, and I was like, well, it's ain't for me.
That's Dark Souls with anime.
Yep. And then that's how I'm going to play Little Nightmares, because it's a free game for Xbox.
Oh, I didn't know that.
This month, Little Nightmares. Oh, I think it was last month. You might have missed it.
I'll look it up.
So I'm going to play that. And then if I like it, I might get the second game. I don't know.
You know what I wish they would do? You know what feature needs to be done on PlayStation Plus? And
are you about to give away $1 million idea?
No. Yeah, actually, I am.
Whoa!
PlayStation Plus and Xbox Live Gold, they need to auto-redeem the free games for your account.
They don't want to do that shit, man. They want you to miss it, so you have to buy it.
But it'd just be so much easier if it just happened that way.
I'll give them an extra $2 a month if they just do it for me.
Right? Like, I'll give you that $1.50 extra you need.
Whatever it is, whatever the service is, here's $2 a month. You just get the games for me. Because tomorrow for PlayStation, it's Control, Destruction All Stars, and something else, right?
Destruction All Stars, Control, and what's the third one? The PS4
Some other game. I don't know.
Because there's 2 for PS4 and 1 for PS5. Oh, fuck. Technically 2 for PS5 if you have a PS5 and get Control, because that's free update for PS5 users. Fucking hell.
Void says it's the same reason they prefer rebates. They count on people to be too lazy to redeem them. Exactly.
Yeah, that's true.
They know that you're probably going to forget to redeem those games. So, they offer it up for free. How many people of their subscribers actually redeem those games? I'll tell you, I don't get all of them. I'm at a point now, I'm never going to play that. I'm not interested in that. I know that game sucks. Not happening.
Right.
And a lot of the games they offer for free, I already have.
Yeah, that's true.
Through one way or another, but
Gears 5 and Resident Evil will be free for Xbox Gold until February 28th, and Indiana Jones and the Emperor's Tomb will only be free until the 15th.
Void downloaded Monster World because it was free. Haven't tried it yet. What is Monster World? Monster Hunter World?
Probably.
Monster World reminds me of that PS1 game. What the fuck was it called? Monster Rancher?
Monster Rancher. God. Jeez.
Look at all these games that I know.
That's a game I haven't heard of in a long time.
Monster Hunter World is what I was thinking of, yeah.
I don't know. It's not listed as February's games. I'll just have to log in and see. Anyway.
Well, that's all I got to talk about.
That's all we got to talk about.
Podcast people, thank you for listening on your podcast of choice. Again, the show is recorded live Mondays, 9:30ish, twitch.tv/birdcage_gaming.
Yep.
I will remind you, there is a new video on the YouTube page, Birdcage Gaming. I'll drop that in chat here in a second for the live kids. Everyone should go check that out. Or at least go to the page, mute it. Give us the view. Past that, we're going to be playing, I guess 9 going to be dropping into the medium.
Second medium, or maybe Final Fantasy 7.
Final Fantasy 7, he says. I'll let him decide. But that is the podcast, so we are going to be switching over to a video game now.
Say good night to the kids, Gage.
Good night, kids.